Okay, y'all, so come take a stroll with me through the Home Depot. Now, I do want you to stay to the end because I seen something that was wrong on so many levels, and they also have a well-known brand, but they're new to the Home Depot, so make sure you stick to the end. So a lot of the fruit trees are being put out. We're in Georgia, zone 8A, and so we see a lot of fruit trees at all of the garden centers, and I'll make sure that I link some of the other places that we've been to as well. But we have our plum trees, our peach trees, apple trees, and these are priced at $33.98. And what I want y'all to do is, if you're in the market for fruit trees, make sure you read the tag to see if a pollinator of a different type of the same type of tree is needed in order for you to get fruit. That's really important. Now, you know I got to be nosy. I'm all over here on the side because what I have noticed is that Home Depot does not put their plants on clearance like Lowe's, but they are getting new shipments in of all type of flowers, which definitely makes me excited. So probably in the next few days, the people will be working to get these set up and placed, because we actually had temperatures this week in February around 75 degrees. Okay, so next up, they're getting a lot of the blueberry, blackberry, raspberry plants in. They come in two different sizes. So this is the smaller size right here for $10.98. Lots of blueberries, but again, make sure you check the tag to see if a different variety of a blueberry is needed in order for the plant to actually produce fruit. That's really, really important. Don't want y'all to get discouraged and wonder why you're not getting blueberries. You may not get a lot in the first season, but just keep them growing and make sure you read the tags. Now, the bigger ones, as you saw, were $18.98. And so you can start off with the big or the small. They also have grapes. Now here, when they say southern grapes, most of the time they do mean muscadines, which I think I need to try again. I'm not a big fan of muscadines for some odd reason because we had them growing all over the place when I was little. They also have raspberries, and then they have your regular landscape trees that they're starting to put out, like your arborvitaes. So they're putting that out if you want to add some trees to your landscape. And let's see, did we have a price on that? Maybe not. This is what I love to see. Color. So much color. So they're starting to put their pansies out. Some of them look a little bit like they need to be deadheaded, but I don't know if these are like the older ones or these are brand new, but it still feels good to see color. That lets you know that spring on the way. And so they have all types of colors. They really had a lot of this. Now, as I'm walking through the front door, they have a place where they have started putting their bare root roses out. They have clematises out, and you can see the single rose is $16.98. I did take a picture of one rose that I wanted. I'm looking for a climbing rose, and it was so pretty, and I may go back and get it. But the clematises are $14.98. They have different colors and different varieties. They have lilac trees, which I've always thought that Georgia, we couldn't grow lilac trees, but so many breeders are coming around so that, they may be making a variety that can tolerate and grow here. And because I've always thought it was just too hot. They had their peonies. Now if you look in the back, that purple climbing rose, I'm not sure what I want to put at the beginning of our rose garden. And then all your garden centers are now starting to have a lot of seeds out. And before I forget, y'all, I'm going to put the link to our Seed Starting Masterclass in the description. I was potting up some seeds the other day, and I was like, you know what? I want to drop the price just for a limited time. So make sure you click the link before the link becomes before the link disappears. Now, this is what I like every year, is looking at the different varieties of dahlias that they have. Now, this is the Home Depot brand that you see here. You get one of each dahlias, and they are $9.98. So pick your favorite varieties, pick your favorite colors, and then what you see on the box, you will get one of each. Okay, so next we have the peonies. These are by George Garden State Bulb, and you get peonies. You get three of the peonies, all different varieties, all different colors, and these are $14.98. They have the caladium. You get six for $14.98. They have the cannas that you can get, the begonias. So it depends on, just like the other places, it depends on the quantity, but most of these are $14.98. And again, Home Depot carries the Fairy Morse and the Burpee brand of seeds. And so you can pick and start seeds. They also have the grapes, so you get one, and they have different varieties. You get one grape for $10.98, and then they also have kiwi, which I'm gonna have to do some more research on, because I always thought you had to have a male and a female in order to produce fruit. But again, they have so many different breeders and what's coming to the market, the garden market, that it could change. The raspberries, you have different varieties. Now the strawberries, you're going to get 10 bare roots as well for $10.98, and then you get one blackberry, the different varieties, for $10.98. And again, make sure y'all stay to the end, because I gotta show y'all this. I could not believe it, and I say, see, they're gonna get a lot of people like this, but I want to give you fair warning. And so these are more grapes. Now I came in here the other day, and these were still back here. So evidently they haven't found the space for it, but it's more of the Home Depot brand, and then in front of that is more of the plants as well. So you get gladiolus, you get 8 of those, and these are a little bit least expensive. I think these are $4.98. And you just pick the variety, pick what you love to see in your garden. But it still depends on the type of plant and how much it costs. But if you didn't want to spend like $9.98, you just want one dahlia instead of two, then you can get one for $4.98. And this display was still here when I went the other day too. So maybe they can't find space for it. That's what I'm thinking. But then you get the varieties of dahlias right here as well. And these are $14.98 because you get, I want to say, about 3 dahlia tubers, or was it 4? Maybe 3 or 4. And then you get the caladiums. You got 4 of those for $9.98. So it just depends on the quantity as well that you want. And they had just some plants along the way before you actually go into the garden center. They had aloe plants. This is one I definitely suggest you get for inside your home. Great for cuts and burns. That's just a side note, y'all. But then they had some more plants over here. Y'all remember the other day with that one elephant ear, $9.98? Well, this one, although it does have a pretty leaf pattern, one for $14.98. Then you get the gladiolus, you get 50 of those. They have started carrying these every year for the last few years. These are like, they already have their own pot. I think you do have to put your own soil in there, but they have the pot and the bulbs, and you just plant it in there, and then they will, start to emerge from the soil, and it will come up. And I want to say those were like between 24 and $29.98. I love ranunculus. That's another beautiful flower to have in the springtime for us here in Georgia. So just all different varieties, y'all. You can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong. And I do like to buy a lot of the bare root flowers. Now, some of them are perennials and will come back each and every year. And so just pick what you want to see. And so there's just more of the Home Depot brand of lilies, of dahlias. Now, just like the other garden centers, they haven't started like, really putting out plants. So it's a little bit bare. But this is what I wanted to show y'all. So these are some bare root strawberries, peonies. But look, y'all, let me tell you, let's get close. They have 10 bare root strawberries in that one container. That's so wrong on so many levels. So, what are people going to do? Are they going to pull them out? Are they going to separate them? So, just know what you're going to do, because I was thinking you put 10 bare root strawberries in this one container. But they do have some nice varieties of fruit plants like your raspberries. But that strawberry one really got to me. Here's a closer look, y'all. 10 plants in this one pot. And you see some of them are going to emerge. The Bushel and Berry, y'all know if you got a small space, I really stand by this brand. Because you can still grow fruit in containers, and the Bushel and Berry plants allow you to do that. And so I have grown these for years. Now this is some of these gonna have to get some light. They're gonna have to come out because they were kind of on the side. But if you can get them, when they first put them out and you want to grow fruit and you have a small place, definitely get them, because everybody can't, be able to get big trees like this because there's not a lot of space. But this bonfire patio peach, I have been watching that for like 3 or 4 years, and I'm just like, either you're going to get it or you're not, but I'm still thinking about it. And all of their fruit trees and flowering trees are just different prices. It just depends. So you just have to see which one you want. And this one was the flowering Japanese cherry tree that was $36.98. We had more of the Yoshina cherry. I hope I'm saying that right. This is more of a weeping one. That was so pretty to me from the pictures, but this one is $75.98. And I don't think it gets as tall. As you can see how it kind of weeps over, but the blooms look gorgeous. I think that would be something really pretty to add to your landscape. And then they had just different type of trees, different type of prices. Really from like $36.98. I saw some that were $53.98. Let's see, this is the weeping willow tree, and I guess I did not focus in on the price for some odd reason, so my apologies, you all. This one, yeah. So I seen most of them that were 33, 53, and 75. These are some of our fruit trees, the pear trees, the plum trees. Now these are bigger than the ones, some of these are bigger than the ones at the beginning of the video. Let's see if I did right this time. Looking at the price, that one's $53.98. So the apple tree is $53.98, but it is bigger than the ones that we saw when we first came in. So it just all depends, because you know how some fruit trees are 2 year, 3 year, 1 year. This Santa Rosa plum, I've been looking at that one as well, and that one is. I'm also looking at the tags, because remember, this one says that you need a pollinator plant. This is a cherry tree, but if you look at the pollination requirements, that's why you have to be careful, because if they give you a suggestion and it is $66.98, if they give you a suggestion you need a pollinator tree, you have to see if they even sell that variety. So that's where you really have to be careful about. This is a June peach right here. But I really wanted to point that out, because so many times we can go in and buy one fruit tree and we wonder for years why it's not fruiting. That one was $44.98. So you remember at Lowe's they had the Southern Living collection. This is the Southern Living collection again. I think they're about the same. The Down Home Harvest, those are $44.98 as well. But they just, the Southern Living collection doesn't have like the actual variety of it. And I don't know if you need a pollinator plant with it or not. So just ensure, y'all, that you really read the tags. I can't stress that enough. I've seen so many people frustrated and saying, oh, I'm getting so many leaves, but I don't get the fruit, after years. And that could be one issue. Okay, so also at the beginning of the video, they had the smaller blueberry plants. And sometimes with fruit trees, it takes years for them to fruit. But these are the bigger ones, and they were like 33.98, I want to say. Let's make sure. But once again, I'm looking at the back, because if you look at the pollination requirements, you'll see to get more yields. No, this one is 53.98. To get more yields, you plant with another high bush variety. And then they had holiday trees that were left over from the holiday 1998. I told y'all, I've never seen Home Depot put clearance on their plants. They may have a sale, but not clearance. Okay, so as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you share this video with your family and your friends. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead, tap the subscribe button. Make sure you tap the bell so that you can receive notification each and every time we upload a new video. Again, thank you all so much for watching. And until the next video, bye-bye.